This is the future.
What's up, workout buddies? Welcome back to my channel. Today's workout is a cardio yoga flow. A good analogy as far as cardio goes for this workout is sort of like a fast-paced power walk with maybe a tiny bit of jogging. The main difference is that instead of only using our legs, we're using all of our body parts in multiple ways. This routine can definitely be a little challenging, so be sure to take breaks whenever you need to, go at your own pace, and always listen to your body. If you like workouts like this one and fitness programs, tap that subscribe button and join my YouTube fam and become my next workout buddy. Without further ado, let's get started. Alright guys, let's get started. We're going to start on all fours today, tabletop pose. Inhale, lifting the chin slightly. Exhale, back your hips down to child's pose, forehead on the ground. Let's do that a few more times, just really gently warming up the spine, getting it ready for what's to come. So inhaling up to all fours, tabletop pose, soft belly. Exhaling, engage your core as you lower down to child's pose. Inhale, all fours, moving with your breath. Exhale, down to child's pose. Inhaling back to all fours. Exhaling as you lower down. Last one, guys. Inhaling up. Exhaling to child's pose. Now, inhaling back to all fours. And just keep pushing up into downward facing dog. Let's walk the dog a little bit. Left knee bend, right heel low. Then right knee bend, left heel low. One breath on each side in just a few moments here to loosen up those tight calves. Now, full-blown downward facing dog. One breath here. Then as you inhale, back down to all fours. Glance up softly with a slight bend in your back. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Nice. A few more of those, guys. So inhale, tabletop pose. Exhaling into downward facing dog. Inhaling back down to all fours, soft belly. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, all fours, chin up softly. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let your head and neck dangle free. And last one, guys. So inhale, knees down on the floor, soft belly. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, holding downward facing dog, drop your right knee to the floor as you turn your left foot flat. And when you feel like you're ready, open that left hand up to the sky. Open up that chest, and if balance allows it, glance up at your left hand. Very nice, guys. When you found your pose, start lifting your left foot up. And simply reach your left arm over your left ear. And just start pulling and lengthening your entire left side. And don't forget to breathe, guys. We're gonna just stay here for a few breaths. Nice. Now left hand back to the sky. One last inhale, open up that chest. Exhale, left hand to the floor. Left leg is still lifting. Right hand reaches out to the front. Inhale, reach and lengthen out those limbs in opposite directions. And when you exhale, bend your left leg and reach back with your right hand. Try to grab your left ankle, and when you can get a good grip, start straightening out the left leg a tiny little bit to open up your right shoulder. But also, guys, don't forget to breathe. Now release your ankle and straighten out those limbs. Inhale, lengthen a little bit more. Exhale, put it all down back to tabletop pose. From tabletop, just push your hips back to downward facing dog. Yep, it's time for the other side. Left knee drops to the ground, right foot flat. When you feel like you're ready, bring the right hand up to the sky and open up that chest. Glance up at your hand if you can. Now bring your right foot off the floor. Right arm goes over the right ear. Just pull in opposite directions to your own degree. And just breathe for a few seconds here. If you fall over, that's okay. Or if you're feeling challenged in this pose, just make sure you're not making a look on your face like you're being tortured. And if you notice that you are making that face, then just put your right foot back on the floor. There's absolutely no yoga pose, there's no exercise in the world that's worth making that face over. Now right hand back up to the sky. Inhale and open up that chest. Exhale, right hand back on the floor, but right leg is still lifting high. Or if you put your right foot down, now you can lift it back up. Left hand reaches forward. Inhale, lengthen out everything. Exhale, right knee starts to bend. Reach back with your left hand and grab your right ankle. And ever so gently, just super duper gently, straighten out the right leg a tiny bit to open up your left shoulder. And don't forget to breathe, guys. Now, release your ankle and extend those limbs for one last breath. Inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, put it all down, back to tabletop pose. Inhale, glance up softly, slight round in the back. Exhale, push to downward facing dog. Inhale, bend your knees, step your feet to your hands, And glance up softly, hands to shin if necessary, flat back. Exhale, fold deep. Now inhale, bend your knees 90 degrees and swing your arms up high, chair pose. Pull the hips way back, relax the neck, and deep inhale here as you lengthen out everything you can. Now on the exhale, forward fold as you straighten out your knees. Inhale halfway forward, glance up softly, palms on the floor. Bend your knees if you need to. Step or jump back to plank pose. Inhale, plank pose. Exhale, chaturanga, lower slow. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, chin taps the floor, push up, and go to downward facing dog. When you're in down dog, step your right foot in between your hands. Back foot, which is your left foot, goes flat or turns flat. Inhale, hands up in the air. This is called warrior 1. Exhale, hands to the floor, step your right foot back to plank and lower slow. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, chin taps the floor, push up and go to downward facing dog. And inhale, you lift up your left leg. Left foot steps in between your hands on the exhale. Turn your right foot flat and inhale, come on up to warrior 1 with the other side. Exhale, hands to the floor, left leg back to plank and lower slower. Inhale, come on up to cobra. Exhale, chin taps the floor and go to downward facing dog pose. Now I'm gonna walk you guys through one more round of these, and then I'm gonna test your memory and let you guys do 2 to 5 more rounds on your own over some music. Alright, let's go. Full blown downward facing dog. Inhale, step your feet to your hands. Flat back inhale. And then exhale, fold in deep. Inhale, bend your knees and sweep your arms up high, chair pose. And then forward fold as you exhale. Flat back inhale. Step your feet back to plank pose. Inhale, holding plank. Exhale as you lower slow to the floor. Inhale, cobra pose. And then exhale, chin taps the floor and push up and go to downward facing dog pose. Inhale, right leg high. Right foot steps in between your hands. Left foot flat. And inhale, come on up to warrior 1. Hands shoot up in the air and make sure your hips are facing forward. Or try your best to keep your hips facing forward. Exhaling as your hands go back to the floor. Right foot steps back to plank pose, lower, slow. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, chin to the floor, push up, and go to downward facing dog pose. In down dog, left leg in the air, and then left foot steps in between the hands. Right foot turns flat, and inhale, come on up to warrior 1. Very nice, guys. Exhale, hands to the floor, left foot back to plank pose, lower, slow. Inhale, cobra pose, and then exhale, chin to the floor, push up, and go all the way to downward facing dog. Alright guys, let's see how good your memory is. I'm gonna throw on some music and you guys go at your own pace. Try to do 2 rounds or 3 rounds or even 5 rounds of these on your own. And I'll start you guys off real quick, but then it's all up to you. So inhale, hips slope high, downward facing dog. Exhale, step your feet or jump to your hands. Inhale, halfway forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale as you dive down low. Alright guys, just flow. If you finish early, just wait in down dog pose or child's pose. You choose. But basically, we're gonna meet back at the end of this track. Alright, go guys.
This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Human error. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution.
If you decide to go down to child's pose, just gently prop yourself up back to downward facing dog. Inhale, deepen your dog. Exhale, right foot steps in between your hands. Left foot flat, come up to standing. Keep your arms by your side and just straighten out your right leg. Inhale, start bending your right knee, and at the same time open your arms out wide to the side. Now exhale, keep your knees bent, and then reach both arms forward. And then inhale, reach your arms up high, warrior one pose. Exhale, release the pose and straighten the knee. Let's repeat that a few more times. Inhale, arms wide open, heart forward, bend the right knee. Exhale, arms forward, engage your core. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, arms down, straighten the right knee. One more time. Inhale, arms wide, right knee bends. Exhale, arms forward, core engaged. Inhale, arms high, warrior one. Now from here, we're gonna just keep the knee bent and just start opening your arms out. Right arm forward and left arm back. This is called warrior two. So glance towards your right fingertips. Inhale, deepen your warrior two. You can do that by bending your right knee a little bit more if it feels good. Now, right arm or right forearm goes on right thigh. Left hand on your left hip. Try to open your left chest up towards the sky. And when you're ready, on an inhale, reach the left arm up. And then the left arm goes over the left ear. Inhale, left arm goes back up and go all the way back to warrior two. Now turn your right palm upward so it's facing the sky and flip it all the way over to reverse warrior. Left hand slides down the left thigh and right arm shoots up to the sky. Glance up if you can and just go to your own personal best degree. Now take another inhale, then float back the other way. Right forearm on right thigh, left arm up, then over the left ear. And then inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, left arm over left ear, extended side angle pose. Inhale, sweep back to warrior, reverse warrior. And then float over forearm on thigh. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle pose. Inhale, last reverse warrior on this side. Exhale, circle your arms all the way down to the floor, back to plank pose. Nice, guys. Alright, let's take a vinyasa to clean the slate. So inhale, holding plank pose. Exhaling as you lower slow. Inhaling, doing the cobra pose. Exhaling, chin taps the floor. Same exhale, push up and go all the way to downward facing dog. It's time to do the other side. But before we do that, just inhale, deepen your dog a little bit. And then when you're ready, exhale, step your feet, your left foot in between your hands. Right foot turns flat. Come up to standing with your arms by your side. And start to straighten out your left leg. Inhale, bend your left knee and open your arms wide. Exhale, core engaged, arms reaches forward. Inhale, hands up to warrior one. Exhale, arms down, left knee straight. Inhale, heart forward, arms wide, left knee starts to bend again. And then exhale, arms forward, core tight. Inhale, arms high, warrior one. Exhale, arms down, left knee straight. Last one, guys. Inhale, arms wide, left knee bends. Exhale, arms reaching in front of you and core engaged. Inhale, arms high, warrior one. Now from here, just open your arms out to warrior two. Glance out your left fingertips in front of you. Try to pull those arms as far apart from each other as you can, opposite directions. And deepen your pose by just gently bending your left knee a little bit deeper, as if you're trying to bring your right quad closer to the floor. And only if it makes sense to you should you do that. And when you're ready, bring your left forearm onto your left thigh. Right hand goes onto right hip. Start opening your right chest upwards. And when you're ready, on an inhale, reach your right hand to the sky. Then, right arm goes over the right ear. So we're in side angle pose on the other side. And then inhale, right arm goes back up, then go all the way back to warrior two. Flip your left palm over so it's facing the sky. Reverse warrior. So left hand goes up and right hand slides down the right thigh. And glance up if you can. And just take a moment to find your personal sweet spot. Nice. Now we're gonna just flow. So left forearm on left thigh on an exhale. Right arm circles back over the right ear. And then when you inhale, come to reverse warrior. And on exhale, side angle pose. Left forearm goes onto left thigh. And then inhale, reverse the warrior. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, last reverse warrior. And then on an exhale, circle your arms all the way down to plank pose. Nice deep inhale in plank pose. And exhale as you lower slow. Let's cleanse the palate with another vinyasa. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, chin taps the floor. Push up and go to downward facing dog. From down dog, just walk your feet to your hands. Inhale, halfway forward, straight back. Exhale, fold. Palms flat on the floor, knees bent if you need to. And just circle your arms all the way up to standing. And bring your hands to prayer pose. Thank you for my health. Thank you for my body. My true self is always grateful. And gratitude connects me to all the happiness that's hidden in plain sight. Now, just with your feet shoulders width apart, reach both hands to the sky and take a deep breath inhale here. Exhale, sink into your chair. And same exhale, keep leaning forward until your chest are on your thighs. And sweep your arms down so that your fingertips graze the floor. Then inhale back to chair pose, arms overhead. And just keep coming up all the way to standing. Then exhale, sink back into your chair and just keep falling forward. Soften the neck, soften the back, sweep the arms. And inhale back up to chair pose and all the way to standing. And we're going to just do a few more of those. So exhale, sink into your chair. Soft neck as you fold down chest to thigh. Graze the floor with your fingertips. Inhale back to chair pose, hands swing overhead. Come all the way up to standing. Last one, guys. Exhaling as you sink into your chair. Lower just a little bit more. And soften the neck, soften the spine. Then inhale back to chair pose all the way up to standing. Now from standing, just swan dive down. Inhale halfway. Exhale, head and neck dangle free. Inhale, step to plank pose. Exhale, lower slow. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, chin taps the floor. Push up and go all the way to downward facing dog. And from down dog, just start lifting the right leg up and open the hip if it feels good to you. And when you exhale, bring your right knee to your left elbow. Inhale, right leg back up to the sky. And then exhaling, right knee to left elbow. Just 3 more, guys. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, right leg back up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Last chance, guys. So inhale, right leg straight up to the sky. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. And now, inhale, bring that right leg back up. And then exhale, step your right foot in between your hands. And just start strengthening your left arm just a little bit. And when you're ready, right arm opens up towards the sky and just twist. And do not forget to breathe, guys. Alright, one more inhale. Open up that chest a little bit more. Exhale, right hand back on the floor, on the outside of your right foot. And just drop your left knee to the floor and move it back a little bit. And when you're ready, start straightening out your right leg. Flex your right toes and start walking your hands forward. Just until you're feeling a really nice stretch across your right calf. And let's just enjoy for a few moments. Breathe, guys. Breathe through it, don't react to it. That's a really great quote by Brian Kess, by the way. Got me through a lot of tough times. Now rebend your right knee and slowly bring it back to plank pose. And when you get to plank pose, you're going to take a deep inhale, holding plank. Exhale as you lower slow. Inhaling as you go into cobra. Exhaling, chin taps the floor. Push up and go to downward facing dog. Yes, guys, it's time for the other side. So whenever you're ready, start lifting your left leg up. Bend your knee and open up your hip if it feels good to you. And on an exhale, bring your left knee to your right elbow. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, left leg back to the sky. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. 2 more to go. Left leg high on the inhale. Exhaling, knee to elbow. Alright, last chance, guys. So inhale, left leg up to the sky. Exhale, bring that left knee to the right elbow. Now inhale, left leg goes back up. Exhale, step it in between your hands. Alright, find your place in this pose. It's personal. Now straighten the right arm. Strengthen the right arm. Bring the left hand up to the sky and just twist, guys. And don't forget to breathe. This pose loves deep inhales and deep exhales. One more inhale, chest opens up a little bit more. Exhale, left hand back on the floor. Drop your right knee and just move it back a little bit. Start to straighten your left leg and flex your left toes. Walk your hands forward just to the degree where you feel something. Not too much, not too little. It's personal. And we're gonna just stay here for a few moments. Alright, rebend the left leg and slowly bring the left leg back to plank pose. Inhaling as you hold plank, exhaling as you lower to the floor. Inhaling as you go into cobra pose. Exhaling, chin taps the floor, push up and go to downward facing dog. Now from down dog, just step your feet back to your hands. Inhale, halfway forward. Exhale, dive deep. Now take your feet hips distance apart if they aren't already there. And if your balance allows it, slide your hands underneath your feet from the front. So your toes should be touching your wrist. Now you should absolutely skip this pose if your body is telling you no, it's not ready for this, and just do regular forward fold. Or you can keep the knees bent. You decide. But if you're with us, just inhale as you lengthen forward. exhale, fold deep, and try to straighten your legs. Just a few breaths here, guys. From here, release the hands, palms flat on the floor. Step or jump back to plank pose. And let's just hold plank for 5 deep breaths here. Alright, last inhale. Now exhale, lower all the way to the floor. But this time, just open your arms to the side. And when you're ready, bring your chest and legs off the floor. And don't forget to breathe. Now, interlace your fingers behind your back and just gently pull your shoulders back. Don't forget to breathe here, guys. And now, bend your knees, release your hands, and grab your ankles with your hands. Go up to the degree where you're feeling a really nice quad stretch, and you're also just using the strength of your legs to kind of pull your chest open. Go to the degree where you feel that perfect personal stretch. And don't go too far because we're going to stay here for a few moments. So you got to be able to hold it for a few moments. Alright, perfect. Now just release everything. Feet back on the floor and hands in cobra position. On a deep inhale, come on up to cobra. Nice. And now from here, bend your knees and go back to tabletop pose. And when you get there, just start walking your hands as far forward as you can. Start to lower your chest to the floor. And if you can go lower, you can rest your forehead on the floor, if that feels right. And now, just walk your hands back up and cross your legs behind you and sit up tall. Bring your legs in front of you and bend them. And grab your thighs from the back. And then just start straightening out your legs upwards to boat pose. So you're going to engage your core and lean back. Your arms are going to go forward. And we're going to just stay here for a few seconds, like maybe 30 seconds. And you can also bend your knees if you need to, or you can even exit early if you need to. Just don't forget to breathe. Nice. Now, release your feet back to the floor. Your legs are going to be straight, and your hands are going to come to the floor behind your back. Your fingers are going to be facing forward. And when you're ready, on a deep inhale, just bring your hips up towards the sky. Tips of your toes tap the floor. This is called upward plank pose. And if it feels right to you, slowly drop your head back. Make sure not to compress your neck. And you shouldn't be doing this if you've had a wrist or neck injury, or even if your body is just saying no. Modify, do bridge pose, do something else. Roll up your yoga mat and move on with the rest of your day, if that's what your intuition is telling you. I don't know what you've been through. I'm just some girl on the internet, on your computer screen. You shouldn't listen to me unless it really makes sense to you. You know what I mean? And if you're with us, just a few breaths for a few moments, enjoying some strength in the core, arms, and legs, and enjoying some length in the shoulders, ankles, and chest. Alright, so just lower your hips to the floor, legs straight, and the back of your heels on the floor. Now push into your hands and lift your butt slightly off the floor. Nice. Now from here, left foot lifts off the floor for one breath. Left foot back down. Right foot lifts up. One breath. Now bring your right foot down, hands in the same position. Bring both of your feet off the floor. Lean back and engage your core. A nice deep inhale here. Exhale, lower your feet and graze the floor. Inhale, bring your legs back up. Exhale, feet grazes the floor. Last one, guys. Inhale, legs up. Exhale, feet grazes the floor. Nice. Now lower everything and just hug your knees into your chest. And just start rocking forward and backward until you're lying flat on the floor. And when you get to the floor, just bring your legs up perpendicular to the floor. Flex your toes and try to grab your toes with your first two fingers. And if you can use a strap or a towel, or you can keep your legs straight without grabbing your toes. And just start pulling the feet slightly towards you, really stretching out those calves. And we're gonna just stay here for a few breaths. Alright, so release your hands and palms flat on the floor beside you. Start bringing your feet super gently to the floor over your head. It doesn't have to touch the floor. Just go to your own personal degree. It's not a competition here. We're just using these poses to touch the areas in our body that you're feeling right now. And we're gonna just stay here for a few breaths. Now, put your palms on your lower back for support and just start bringing one leg up at a time, all the way up to the sky. They call this the most important yoga pose of all because it reverses all the effects that gravity has on our body, improves our blood circulation, and it literally touches every system in your body. So let's just stay here for a tiny bit of time and let it work its magic. Now, just slowly and gently start bringing your legs, one leg at a time, down to the floor, over your head. And with your core engaged, vertebrae by vertebrae, roll out in control until you're lying flat on the floor. And when you get to the floor, just hug your right knee into your chest. Give that right knee a really nice squeeze. Left leg is straight. Open your right arm to the right and start turning your head to the right. And start bringing your right knee over to the left. And just twist. Very deep breaths here. Now bring your right knee back to the middle and give it a good squeeze and kiss your right knee before you release it. And simply just switch. Hug your left knee in. Open your left arm to the left. And your head is going to turn to the left as you pull your left knee down towards the right. Deep inhales and deep exhales here. Now from here, just hug your left knee back in the middle and give it a kiss if you gave that right knee a kiss, because we don't want the left one to get jealous. And then just hug both knees in and start rocking forward and backward until you're in a seated position, and just look for a comfortable seated position that you can sit for a while. So in the yoga classes I used to go to in Santa Monica, it was Power Yoga by Brian Kest. They used to always joke at this point that the warm-ups are over and it's time for some real yoga. And it took me a while to really appreciate that. Now typically this next part is something I actually look forward to the most. But I also understand if it's not for you. It wasn't for me 10 years ago. But if you're feeling it, we're gonna just spend a tiny amount of time, now that we've taken care of our bodies, just to take care of our mind as well, and do a little meditation. So if you're still with us, just close your eyes and start bringing into your mind, one by one, all the things you have to be grateful for. As if you're trying to convince yourself of the truth, which is that you're incredibly blessed, that you are enough and you have more than enough, just as you are. You can think of your healthy and strong body that just took you through that vigorous hour-long physical sequence. You're so blessed. It is such a blessing to have a healthy body with all its parts working properly. You can even think of all the challenges that you face or are facing right now, because those challenges are the ones that help us grow into all that we're becoming. You can think of all the food that's in your fridge, and you can think of all the plants and animals that are gonna die today so that you can be fed. I know that sounds a bit morbid, but isn't it crazy what a big deal we make about our diets when it's just such a blessing to have food to eat? You can also think of your family who takes care of you and is there for you through the good times and the bad times. Or you can think of your friends who bring joy and happiness into your life. I can seriously just go on and on because it's really endless how truly blessed we all are. So just take a few moments here and acknowledge the trillions of reasons you have to be grateful. Now, we're gonna just take all that we have and just share it with those who are less fortunate than ourselves in the meditation of compassion. You can think of a hungry person eating, or you can think of the children living in those poverty and war-ridden countries, finding shelter, safety, and peace. You can think of a sad person smiling, or a sick person recovering from their illness. So just take a few moments here and cover the entire world in the healing power of your thought. Or silently pray for the well-being of others if you're a more verbal person, for just a few moments here. There is another side to compassion, and that is celebrating the success and good fortune of others, as if they were your own. So just take a few moments here before we end in our very last pose. You can think of someone that you admire, or you can think of someone that you know, a friend, a coworker, or a family member who recently achieved something, and just commemorate that occasion as if their achievement were your own. And from here, just simply lie on your backs. And when you get on your back, just lift your arms slightly and then let them drop heavily to the ground. And do the same with your legs. So lift your legs slightly upwards, then drop them heavily into the ground. And just rest for a minute or so in Savasana, allowing everything you just did to fuse throughout your being. Namaste, everyone. Great job, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that routine, and if you did, be sure to drop a thumbs up. That way I'll know. Anyways, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one.